All right, guys, the big one. No, it's episode 10. It's been a long time coming, but ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to NXT. This is episode 10. I know it's crazy to think that we're already on the 10th episode. What better way to kick off this week of NXT than with the North American champion, Drew McIntyre. Hope you guys are having a great day thus far. Thanks so much for stopping by. Maybe leave a like, maybe leave a thumbs up, If you enjoy what you're seeing, go ahead, share it with your friends. Maybe they'll enjoy it too. Now, Drew McIntyre, we're just 2 weeks away from our second pay-per-view, NXT TakeOver, and as scheduled right now, I don't actually think that Drew McIntyre is scheduled for a match. Nonetheless, it's 2 weeks to go. I'm pretty sure that that'll all be changed by the time we get to TakeOver, which will be live from Universal Studios here in Orlando, Florida. But that's 2 weeks down the road. We're here tonight on NXT. Now, this upcoming matchup, it's a rematch from our first pay-per-view, NXT Arrival. North American champion Drew McIntyre will once again step into the square circle with the American Dragon himself, Daniel Bryan. Now, they had one hell of an epic encounter for that North American championship at Arrival. Now, with that being said, don't get it twisted, this is a non-title match. However, if Daniel Bryan can impress the NXT Management Committee here tonight like he did at NXT Arrival, you never know, Daniel Bryan might be the number one contender for Drew McIntyre's North American Championship come NXT TakeOver. And the yes man himself, Daniel Bryan, arrives at the NXT arena here at Full Sail University. You see the sea of the North American? What? You see the sea of the NXT faithful. I've still got that whole North American Championship on my mind. They all stand in partisan with the yes man, Daniel Bryan. It's almost surreal, the popularity of Daniel Bryan. It's on another level. I can't even begin to tell you the level that it's on. And, it's deservedly so. Daniel Bryan, he's had one hell of an epic career, spanning from NXT, Ring of Honor, many other places. And the fact now that he's here in NXT, I have no doubt in my mind that it's only a matter of time before the American Dragon is going to be holding championship gold here on the black and yellow brand. So we get set for our opening contest here on NXT. Scottish Terminator and the why am I getting my names mixed up? Handshake from these two. It's always good to see sportsmanship. And here we go, guys. Opening contest on the way. Collar and elbow tie up in the center of the ring. Drew now has the arm. Daniel quickly gets out of it. Drew now gonna look to turn it around. This is the feeling out process. Both men they've faced each other before, so relatively they know what the other is capable of. But they might have a few ropes up each other's sleeve. Daniel Bryan look for a big kick right there. How am I messing up my words? Nevertheless, beautiful maneuver there for the American Dragon. Kick right to the back of the neck. Daniel now, what's he gonna do with him? A succession of kicks right to the chest of the North American champion. Daniel now has him in a key lock. Gonna wrench on the arm. Beautiful execution there from Bryan. Drew now gonna look to fight his way back to his feet. Punch right there to the midsection. Kick to the midsection. Punch right to the face, followed by another one. And now Drew gonna belly to belly suplex Daniel Bryan all the way across the ring. Daniel Bryan got hurled from corner to corner. Big stomp right there to the face. was Drew. How about that? Almost a modified crossface. Gonna look to play the game with Daniel Bryan, the submission game. But Daniel, nah, that's not a game that I think Drew McIntyre can win. Daniel Bryan finding a relatively quick counter to that maneuver. I'm surprised at that. Well, I shouldn't be. Master the submission hold. Look to go to the top rope, but Drew McIntyre ain't having any of that. And Drew now on the second rope. What could he be looking for here? Big clubbing blow to the back of the neck. Gonna look to pick him up. Gonna look for a suplex. Stalling suit? No. Knee right to the head. Oh, off the ropes with a heel kick, I believe. Quickly in the cover, referee down. 2 count and a no, near fall. Another shot right to the collarbone area of McIntyre. Kick to the side of the body. Now he has Drew stunned against the ropes and clotheslines him in the corner. Daniel has him now on the ropes. We're gonna drop a leg drop. Oh man. Right across the back of the neck of the North American champion. Daniel now on the apron. What could he be looking for here? Could he slingshot in? No, he's gonna suplex him. Oh my goodness, to the outside. Daniel Bryan taking it right to the North American champion, not wasting any time. Gonna toss him back in the ring. Clubbing blow right to the chest, followed by a big kick to the side of the head. And now Daniel gonna look to climb to the top rope. Gonna be looking for that patented headbutt of his. Looks like Daniel's gonna wait for Drew to get to his feet. He got caught earlier and returns that clubbing blow right to the head that Drew gave to Daniel earlier. And now Daniel, oh, the yes lock. This nearly beat Drew McIntyre at Arrival. Will it be enough to make Drew tap out here on NXT? Drew's right there at the ropes. If he can reach out just a little bit. He's almost there, and Drew fights out of it. Now gonna kick right to the face. Oh, and a headbutt. Drew down. Almost had him. Kick right to the spine. The Scottish Terminator. He's, ever since winning that North American Championship, he's been on another level, so to speak. That's putting it mildly, folks. He's been on a win streak, and ultimately, if I may be able to pitch this idea to the management committee, we may just may be seeing a champion versus champion match down the line. Should this momentum for Drew McIntyre keep up, and gonna hurl Daniel Bryan all the way across the ring from one corner to the other. Drew has him now. Gonna toss him again. Running shoulder tackle takes Bryan off of his feet. Drew now gonna pick him back up. Oh, and a devastating chop just takes Bryan right back off his feet. Not sure what Drew was looking for there, but whatever it was, Daniel managed to fight out of it. Kick right to the midsection. Northern Light suplex. Could Daniel be looking for a cover? No, he's gonna Hulk up. Daniel has him now. Irish Whip gonna send him to the turnbuckle. And the comeback is on. Here we go. Flips right over the North American champion. Close. Oh boy, oh boy. Talk about getting your head clocked. Oh my goodness. Followed by a big boot. Usually, Dane will look for a running elbow. Dre's setting up for the Claymore, and oh man. Running heel kick. Oh man. That was inches away. If Drew would have connected with that Claymore, this match would have been over, no doubt about that. Daniel Hansen now gonna, what's he gonna do with him? Gonna take him to the outside. Now I got a feeling I know what Daniel's looking for here. You see that look on his face. Goes off the ropes. Suicide dive through the ropes. You hear the crowd chanting, "This is awesome." Yes, you're damn right, this is awesome. Bryan now going to pick up the North American champion, sends him back into the ring. Daniel wasting no time, going straight to the top turnbuckle. What could he be looking for here? A drop kick right to the chest of the sinister Scotsman, but it took as much out of Drew as it did Daniel, and he delivered the move. Watch the Dragon. Gunners now, oh, and a vicious uppercut, and another running heel kick from Daniel. Daniel now back on the apron. What could he be looking for here? Daniel has an arsenal of moves. He can hit you from any direction. Gonna look to put Drew on the top rope. What can he be looking for? Doesn't matter. Drew managed to counter. Big clothesline off the top rope from the North American champion. And now Drew has him. He's got him up, down with this signature maneuver. One of his many signature maneuvers. Drew now entered the cover. Will this be it? 2 count in? No. Daniel kicks out. And Drew did not like that at all. Going to return those elbow strikes to the collarbone that Daniel Bryan did to him. I lost my whole train of thought. I don't know what happened there. Drew has him on the ropes now. Daniel going to count on him. Back and forth these two gentlemen have been going throughout the course of this matchup. Daniel kick to the midsection, followed by an elbow strike. Looking for a second. Drew managed to fight it off. Drew has him now. What's he going to do? And oh man, Northern Light suplex on the outside. That's thin padding, folks. That has little to no give out there. And oh, bounced off the steel steps is Drew McIntyre. Daniel goes back in, breaks the count, comes back outside. He doesn't want to win this match by a count out. He wants to pin the North American champion right in the center of the ring. And I believe all it can take, that one big move. We saw the yes lock earlier. However, if Daniel Bryan can hit that running knee strike, it's going to be game over for the sinister Scotsman. Referee had a 6 count. 7. Daniel. Okay, he's back on the apron now. Drew looking to go back on the outside. Referee holding him back. Look at this. Drew was looking for something. Daniel Bryan has just so many ways he can counter your move, no matter what it is. And the submission game, and here we go. Speaking of the submission game, Drew McIntyre locked in the yes lock once again. He managed to get out of it earlier. I don't think he's going to be able to get out for a second time. And he's close. Will he fight out? He's so close, and yes. Oh, just going to kick Bryan right in the face. That's the second boot in this matchup. Sets him up for something. Oh, Claymore kick. It's academic. That Claymore clack. Goodness gracious me. That Claymore kick absolutely cleaned the clock, easy for me to say, of Daniel Bryan. And all it took was just one Claymore kick. And that was all she wrote, folks. And you saw a 2 count here. This was off the Celtic cross I believe that's what that's called. I have no idea. And there you see the finish right there. The Claymore kick. All it took was one. And this match is in the books. The North American champion is on a roll, guys. And man, oh man, I'm telling you. He keeps this up, he's going to be in that NXT championship picture. He's already a North American champion. First ever North American champion. He could be the first ever man to hold 2 titles here in NXT. Drew McIntyre prevails here on NXT. In a breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, during the break, I don't even know how this came about. I'm getting the news just as you guys are. Apparently, Kevin Owens found Ricochet in the back in his locker room and just started to attack him for no reason. I have no idea what's going on. The camera crews just happened to catch up with this. And oh man, Kevin Owens is still steaming about the fact that he lost to Ricochet at our first pay-per-view arrival. And honestly, I'm not even sure that I can entirely blame Kevin Owens. That's a little biased to me as Ricochet fights back off the steel chair shot and a knee strike right to the back of Mr. Wrestling. Ricochet looking to fight back here off this. He's looking to fend off this attack here from Kevin Owens. I know it's a little biased in me, but I don't know. The fan of Kevin Owens and me, I'm conflicted. Like, it was wrong. That's 100% disputed. It was wrong for Kevin Owens to attack Ricochet. Goodness gracious. It was wrong. Let's just put it there. Oh, good God almighty. Ricochet just absolutely leveled Mr. Wrestling with that steel trash can shot. Bounces him off the crates. Crates, containers, whatever the hell they are. He got bounced off of it regardless. I can't even talk. Ricochet now has him. Sends him down the corridor. They're over by the gorilla position. Ricochet has those. I don't even know what the hell that is. Steel shelving? Something? I know it hurts. That's all I know. It hurts. It's big, it's shiny, and it hurts. We're gonna leave that alone. Now is Ricochet gonna send Kevin Owens back down the corridor? What is our security being paid for? Honestly. Last week we saw Tommaso Ciampa attack Ty Dillinger. This week we're seeing Ricochet and Kevin Owens just beat the absolute living crap out of each other. Meanwhile, our security is God only knows. I sure as hell don't know. I'm just a commentator. I'm just here to commentate. That's all I know. Ricochet, oh, gets bounced off that crate. Kevin Owens, he's one of the most relentless human beings I have ever seen. He has no emotions. He'll attack anybody at any point in time. We have psychopaths on our roster. Kevin Owens, Tommaso Ciampa. God only knows what the future holds for us here on the Black and Yellow brand. And we're just getting started, folks. Remember, this is only episode 10. Hey, look, there's our security. Doing nothing. Thanks, guys. Ricochet gets bounced off one of those crates that holds our equipment. And KO gonna send him back the other way. Even though we have a referee on the spot, the referee doesn't even know what the hell's going on. He's there because, hell, I don't know why he's there. He's just there. KO gonna pick up Ricochet. What is our security being paid for? Oh my God, no. No, 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 no. Oh my God, package pile driver. Oh my goodness. Goodness me. How the hell is Ricochet standing right now? He even barely standing at that. Like, let alone fighting back right now. They're over there by one of our technical cases. And Ricochet Pele kick. Oh my god. This Ricochet, he is something else, folks. He was just package pile drove on concrete. And somehow he is on one of our technical cases, was on one of our technical cases, and is fighting back. Barely, but he's fighting back against this vicious animal, Kevin Owens, who attacked him. Oh, Jesus Christ. Our security, you see our security there. I guess they're just going to chill out and not even attempt to break this up. Thanks for your help, guys. One thing I know for sure, I'm definitely not going to go back there and attempt to break these guys up. Sorry, but that's above my pay grade, guys. In a steel chair shot, waffling Kevin Owens. And Ricochet is absolutely relentless with these steel chair shots. Ricochet now going to pick up Kevin Owens. And he's going to make him pay for attacking him. These guys, this feud has just gotten way out of hand. It started as just an attack. No, not even just an attack. It started as an attack that took Ricochet out of the NXT Championship tournament. And it has just since elevated and has constantly... What the hell did I just see? Ricochet just jumped off of a friggin' forklift, folks. This rivalry is just brewing to new heights, and unless somebody puts a stop to this, these guys are just gonna keep attempting to kill each other week in and week out. Ricochet now put on a striking display here on Kevin Owens. And just as I say that curse of the commentator, Ricochet gets nailed with a clothesline. Where the hell is Kevin Owens? What is he doing? He looked for a second like he was contemplating grabbing one of our technical cases, and no. That's not exactly the best place to be, folks. That's in fact, that's a dangerous game. And Ricochet is gonna follow him. This is not good, folks. This is all in a headbutt from Kevin Owens. They are dangerously high. One wrong move, and it could be disastrous for either one of these guys. They are fighting on top of a freaking semi-truck. Ricochet now knees Kevin Owens right in the midsection. Oh my God, no! Oh my God. Guys, all I know, this rivalry. Ow. Guys, all I know, we're gonna have to get some medical staff back there or something. This rivalry is just it's going too far. How do you rebound from that? Anyways, it's main event time, guys. Dolph Ziggler was in the number 1 contenders match last week with EC3. Now, okay. Dolph has been on a bit of a roll since NXT arrival. We know that for a fact. And not only Dolph Ziggler, but EC3, both individuals came within inches of grabbing that brass ring and becoming the number 1 contender for the NXT Championship. If it were not for one man, and that man is the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne. The Bruiserweight Pete Dunne, who was defeated at Arrival by this man right here, the reigning and defending NXT champion, the phenomenal AJ Styles, who makes his return here tonight on NXT. This is our first time seeing him since he defeated Pete Dunne for the NXT Championship at Arrival. Now, Dolph Ziggler could have potentially been the #1 contender. EC3 could have potentially been the #1 contender. But as I said earlier, it came down to Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne interfered in that match, and he cost both men the chance to become the #1 contender for the NXT Championship. Now, I have it on good authority that our main event at NXT TakeOver coming up in just a few short weeks, it could potentially feature AJ Styles, well, obviously, EC3, and Dolph Ziggler. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that match, potentially, I have it on good authority that match could be a triple threat match due to the outside interference from Pete Dunne. We're going to find out here in the coming weeks, guys. In the meantime, let's get this main event underway. Both men, collar and elbow tie up center in the ring. A rebound, ladies and gentlemen. I'm getting an update right now on the status of Kevin Owens, who took absolute horrible fall off the top of that tractor trailer truck, and he is suffering from bruised ribs. We can't confirm that. More on this story as it unfolds. Anyway, back to the main event. Dolph Ziggler drop kick on the phenomenal one. Dolph Ziggler, high praises by a lot of the guys on the management committee, and honestly, it's for good reason. Dolph Ziggler is one hell of an absolute mind-blowing performer. He can put on just about a good match with anybody on any given day. But the same can be said for Ethan Carter III, which, honestly, a triple threat match, I would not be mad at that. And AJ springs to the outside with that forearm. Dolph Ziggler was looking for some reprieve. Now, I say I have no problem with that, because you have the technical prowess, the hybrid athlete that is the NXT champion, AJ Styles. But you also have what could potentially, he has some, he's like any other competitor off the roll up here. Could this be it? No. Whew. Just as early as this match began, it was almost over. Dolph getting a 2 count. Now, the same can be said for Dolph Ziggler. He is also a hybrid athlete. Both of these men are vast in the amateur wrestling background. AJ Styles, he can take to the air, he can do the submissions, he can do the technical game. However, same can be said for Dolph Ziggler. Excuse me. Same can be said for Dolph Ziggler, and AJ Styles nails a drop kick. Trademark AJ. Now Dolph Ziggler, he is also, discus, clothesline, cleans the clock with a show off Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler is also very good in submissions. We saw the sleeper hold that he put in AJ earlier. However, again, back on the amateur background, so we know he's very well skilled in terms of the technical aspect. The only advantage I would really have to say that AJ has is taking to the air. And EC3, he has the power game. He also has a bit of a technical prowess. I spoke to him earlier. He said he's also working on a little bit of the amateur wrestling. He wants to really change up his style just a little bit. This Dolph Ziggler nails a drop kick right there. So all three men would make absolute phenomenal, no pun intended, NXT champions. Off the Stinger Splash. Dolph Ziggler now going to the top rope. Could be looking for here. Dolph measuring AJ, waiting for him to get to his feet. Playing to the crowd just a little too much, and it cost him. And oh, AJ was looking for a Hurricane Rana, but no. Dolph Ziggler had an answer for that. That's what I mean. Wait. Oh, that big elbow drop from Dolph Ziggler. Signature maneuver right there. Oh, this could be it. Near fall, and no. Almost. Over. And oh, just as I couldn't even get my words out as AJ nails Dolph Ziggler with an absolute devastating discus clothesline. AJ now, the comeback is on for the phenomenal one. Comeback was denied courtesy of the show-off. Not sure what Dolph was looking for there. Both of these men really have an answer for each other's maneuvers, considering they haven't faced each other. I believe this is their first encounter here on NXT. Oh, goodness me. That almost knocked Dolph Ziggler goofy. AJ has him now, knee strike right to the face. I don't think Dolph's going to appreciate that too much. You know, he doesn't like people to really hit him in the face. Yeah, it's a professional wrestling, guys. Expect to get hit in the face. Exploder suplex in the corner, courtesy of the NXT champion. AJ now on the apron, calling for the support of the fans. You hear them chanting NXT. And if AJ's on the apron, you know what he wants. He wants that springboard forearm strike that he is known for. Picks up the show off. Styles Clash? No. Dolph manages, he had enough wits about him to be able to counter the Styles Clash. X Factor there, courtesy of the show off. Dolph has him though. Front face lock gonna take him down. Has him in a headlock. I guess Dolph says I guess he's saying he wants to look to slow this match down some. AJ had just a bit too much their momentum. I'm assuming Dolph Ziggler is saying for his liking. Nevertheless, AJ Styles saying it doesn't matter because I'm gonna get out of it regardless. AJ now gonna look to play the same game, gonna look to slow down that little bit of momentum that Dolph Ziggler may or may not have had. As the crowd comes alive, Dolph Ziggler manages to fight back to his feet. Shot to the midsection, followed by another one. Big chop there from AJ. Roundhouse kick, and another one. Oh, AJ has Dolph right where he wants him. What could he be looking for here? AJ off the ropes. And gonna take to the air and takes down Dolph Ziggler. Sends Dolph Ziggler into the steel steps. This is your main event here at Full Sail University, guys. The return of AJ Styles here facing the show-off known as Dolph Ziggler. Big shot right there to the throat. AJ on the apron. Could he be looking for another springboard forearm? We saw it once earlier. Will he get it again? Yes, he does. AJ now gonna drag Dolph Ziggler in the center of the ring. If he hit the forearm, could it be measuring him for the Styles Clash now? AJ Prime waiting for Dolph to get to his feet. Could it be motioning for the Styles Clash? Oh, this is not good. This is not good. You saw Pete last week. That match ended up in a double disqualification. He cost both Dolph Ziggler and EC3 the chance to become the #1 contender. But he's not doing anything. Hey, oh, zigzag. AJ took his eye off the prize. Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne just cost AJ Styles this matchup. The distraction from Pete Dunne paid off. Pete Dunne looking to play mind games with the NXT champion here tonight. As I mentioned earlier, we saw Pete come out last week. He cost both men, he cost Dolph Ziggler and EC3 the chance to become the #1 contender. And he came out here this week and cost AJ Styles his return match here on NXT TV. If I know AJ Styles like I do, this is not going to sit well with the Phenomenal One. His first appearance since NXT arrival, and his matchup is cost due to Pete Dunne. I'm sure that's not how AJ Styles wanted to end this matchup, but man, oh man, something tells me there's going to be a hell to pay for that. Anyway, guys, coming up next week, we just saw Pete Dunne cost AJ Styles that main event matchup. I don't know, Pete, you might want to be on the lookout, because next week, ladies and gentlemen, Pete Dunne is going to be in action. He's going to be facing the top 1%, Ethan Carter III, EC3. It comes your way next week, guys. It is your main event. I want to thank you again once more. Thank you for tuning in for all these episodes. If you've ever just watched it, if you watched an entire show, if you've watched just a minute, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for taking the time out of your day for watching NXT. We all greatly appreciate it. All that's left to be said, really, is be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share with all your friends if you enjoy NXT. If you enjoy what you're seeing, why not share it? Subscriber by subscriber, folks. We are looking to change the game here on the Black and Yellow brand. Anyway, guys, we'll see you next week right here on this show.